Just relax, because
it's the Bob Doyle Show.
Oh, baby.
It's the Bob Doyle Show.
That's right.
It's the Bob Doyle Show.
And what? Okay, everybody just relax. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bob Doyle Show. I'm extremely pleased that you are here. Today, folks, we're going to do something a little different. Because, I know that you and I, people we know, people who we don't really know, but we know of, and people who tell us about people who know people that we'll never meet. All of those people are likely to have had a week with ups and downs, and maybe the downs are bothering you a little bit. Maybe you're feeling just a little wiggity whack, and you just would like to unfreaking wind. That's what we're here to do today, ladies and gentlemen, on the Bob Doyle Show. We're just gonna relax. I've got my little keyboard here. I'm not gonna play music the whole time. I got a little reverb going. Probably won't have that going the whole time. Although I might, because you know what? Number one, I don't know if you can see it or hear it. You wouldn't see it. If you can see reverb, I want to talk to you. But it's just enough for me to stay in that tone. Oh, I gotta have this going. I need something. Dawn can't wait for the mugshot. Well, here you go. That's my drinking coffee for dawn music. We just went soundtracky. All right, look. That's right. We're here to just chill, guys. You know what that means? Ephraim. Thank you for being here and chilling with us. And hello, Sarah, and hello, Jennifer. Let's get you guys up on the screen. Okay, that's the most I'm going to punch my voice this whole day because, as I said, we are here to relax and chill. Relax and chill. I gotta say, first of all, you can tell me if the reverb's just too annoying. You know what? I'm not done. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, now I don't even know how to undo that. Now we're gonna relax again. Stop making that noise. I don't know how to make it not make that noise. Oh, yes, I do. Well, while I'm doing that, I was feeling kind of out of sorts today because I was just tired, and I woke up really early because Lynn left to go to San Diego to go do something, and I was like, so there's two things you can do, ladies and gentlemen, boy and girl, child of all age, when you're feeling out of sorts and you have a show to do. There are two things. Two. Can you guess what they are? One, not do the show. Just post and say, you know what, guys, I'm sorry. I'm just not feeling it today. But you know I would never do that. I come to play, and that's what I'm going to be doing, is playing. Although, you have to forgive me here while I, fix this. I don't hear it. There it is. All right. See, I love just bringing you guys behind the scenes. I wish you could really see what's going on. There it is. See? That buzzy sound is gone. See how I relaxed my way through it? Hello, Brenda. Wow, and Loretta. Thank you for the kind words. Am I taking requests? No. That's more of a ukulele thing. So, anyway, so I figured what better way to get out of sorts, to get out of being out of sorts, than to do a show that's all about getting out of sorts. You have to be careful with the piano playing because you hear the clickety-click, because the microphone is right there. But sometimes it's just nice to have that sort of, I think that's too low. Just kind of have that pad, that carrier energy that just brings that vibe to the conversation. So, who's excited about the Olympics? I'm waiting for your comments. Who's excited about those Olympics? Cannot wait for the opening ceremonies tonight to gather around the television or the computer or your smartphone. That's right, families all over America will be gathering around a smartphone placed strategically in the middle of the living room. They'll have their refreshments, be it popcorn or candy or maybe even a frozen TV dinner. Nonetheless, they'll be huddled together as a family to watch these annual Olympic Games around a 6.5-inch screen. And they'll be loving it. They'll be creating memories. Dawn not feeling the Olympics this year. Anybody else excited about the Olympics? By the way, yes, I must talk like this the entire show. Did I say annual Olympic Games? Well, that should tell you something. It should tell you that, like Dawn, I am also not excited about the Olympic Games. But before anyone who is gets bent out of shape, let's not make this a political issue. I'm not anti-Olympic Games, so don't get me wrong. They are not for me. No, Loretta, I did not do my ukulele concert yet. But you are watching with your 6 dogs. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I've decided that I'm going to be open and transparent with you today. That's right, you're going to learn some things about me that you may or may not have known. Why do I bring these up like you'd care? I don't know. Because I think I'll get some agreement on some and maybe some dissent on some others. That's the sound of dissent. So I wanted to talk about some of the things that I don't like, which is very unlike what you'd expect from someone from The Secret. Why would you focus on things you don't like, Bob? Look, give me a break. It's the Bob Doyle Show. Do I need to play the theme again to remind you? Anyway, no, Loretta, you didn't miss it. It's still coming. I promise. I don't know what my problem is on that. So let me tell you why. It's a convoluted story about why I don't like the Olympics, or really any sports event at all. None of it resonates with me. Not a sporty guy. Couldn't give a crap about any of it. That's right. You ask me any year who's at the Super Bowl, I have no idea. Not a clue. World Series? Nope. Players' names? Forget about it. Couldn't have a conversation with a guy about sports for a nanosecond, except to say, I don't talk about them. But why, Bob? Why? What is that about? Well, there is a story. That's right. There's a couple of stories. Would you like to hear them? Really, Bob? This is supposed to be relaxing? Well, I figure if I say it like this, and every now and then, it'll seem a little more relaxing. You see, that's way too low. When I was a young man, my sister was a gymnast. And she would have to go to gymnastics practice all the time. But I was not old enough to stay at home during that time, so I had to go to all the freaking practices. Now, at this point, I'm a 10, 11, 12-year-old boy who would much rather be doing a million other things than sitting in a gymnasium watching my sister, who back then we fought all the time anyway, doing gymnastics. And I soon and then the Olympics in our house were all about gymnastics. It was all... So Olympics got lumped in with gymnastics, and Olympics is basically sports, the way I'm wired. So all of it looks like a big inconvenience to me. Now look, I've gone to plenty of baseball game and had a fine time because it's an event, it's a social event with friends, and back then, beer and who doesn't love paying $8 for a beer? Am I right? So, and that's fun because it's social, but it's not. I couldn't tell you anything about the teams I'm watching, except that they were probably the Atlanta Braves, because that's the last time I went to a baseball game was when I lived there. Live in LA now, not been to a game, no desire to go to one. But if someone were to invite Lynn and I'm sure I'd go begrudgingly and have a good time. So yeah, that's a little something you've learned about me today. You can check it off your list. That's the sound of checking things off your Bob Doyle likes list, or doesn't like list. Want to hear it again? I can't believe I actually did the same thing twice. Oh, Loretta, stop laughing so hard. You should do a relaxing laugh, like like that. At least for today. There's Charlotte, ladies and gentlemen. I've been waiting for this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking at right now is the face that you could have if you got yourself a Bob Doyle Show coffee mug. So thank you, Charlotte, for sending those pictures of you with the mug. You can check that off your I like list, although that's not the sound of that. I don't know what the sound is. That's your like list. I'm never going to remember that, and I'm not keeping up with that. So just no one get their hopes up. If you're really loving the piano accents, don't expect consistency, because that's just not how I roll. Anyway, yes. Oh, before I go on, you may notice that I am not wearing the orange-corded wooden headphones, am I, ladies and gentlemen? After, 3 months of complaining about it, I finally just went on freaking Amazon and got 2 sets of them, in fact. And they hook onto my ear. They're not going anywhere. Now, this is the one problem. It's kind of a pain in the butt to put on. I'm still learning the quick ear installation process, taking a little longer right now than normal. Okay, well, Loretta, I want you to be happy today. And if that means laughing till your stomach hurts, by all means, please cause yourself as much abdominal pain as possible. For all of our sakes. You know what else is, you want to know something else about me? As much as and I may have said this once or twice, but as much as I love coffee, particularly what? Now, Brenda, why are we putting Don't Cry for Me Argentina in the middle of the Bob Doyle Show? Why? I don't get it. But okay, I guess, all bets are off. When I want participation. I shouldn't judge how you participate, should I? So as much as I love coffee out of the Bob Doyle Show coffee mug, I absolutely cannot fathom why anyone on God's green earth would drink iced coffee. What? Oh, Brenda, it's okay. I'm just teasing. Iced coffee, to me, I remember when it was first introduced to me by a friend. We were out for lunch. She orders iced coffee. I said, what? What is that you're drinking? In my very Steve Martin way, which I didn't really do. Thank God. Iced coffee. You want to try it? Okay, because here I love coffee. And I took a sip of that and go, what? You can't do that. But ironically, blend it up into a Frappuccino, I'm on board. What? It's the same thing, Bob. It's coffee and ice. What's your problem? I don't know. Just goes to show you how funny our brains are. Mine is, anyway. Anybody else have a funny brain? 1, 2, 3, 4. All of you. Awesome. Did you just see a heart go across the bottom of my screen? Well, maybe on your... I don't see hearts because I'm broadcasting on my laptop, and I don't get to see all the feedback. And I say all the feedback as if I'm getting a ton of it. Yikes, I don't know that at all. Did you notice also that I didn't post the links to share this broadcast? You might wonder, well, why not, Bob? I forgot. That's the only reason. 100% oops on my part. Should I do it even? Does anybody even share this show anymore? What's going on with this show? What is happening here? Lynn and I have some very dear friends. I say they're very dear friends. They are very dear friends. We went to their wedding. So that counts, right? That if you go to someone's wedding, you're their very dear friend. Even if you don't know them. Ironically, you can get invited to a wedding by a friend of a friend. You wouldn't even know them. But the minute you walk in that door, you and the bride and groom, very dear friends. I bet you didn't know that. It's a social rule. Ask Martha Stewart. I think she made that up. Wow, I got off track on that one. Where was I even going? Martha Stewart. What? I don't know. I know I was saying something about iced coffee. Oh, see, Loretta likes iced coffee too. So she laughs till her side aches. Stomach. I shouldn't assume it got to the side because that's the real compliment. When you laugh so much your sides will ache, your heart will go pitter-pat, watching. Fill in the blank. Somebody fill in the blank. Oh, hearts. Oh, yeah, sharing. I forgot. What's happening with this show? Sean and Sarah, marriage. See, ta-da, ladies and gentlemen, I got back. So we have these friends, Sean Patrick Simpson and Sarah Prout. Perhaps some of you are familiar with them. Lynn and I contributed a couple of chapters to their Adventures in Manifesting series and something about relationships, too. I can't remember the name of it. Sorry. Anyway, so these two, we met them. That's not important. It's another story. Point is, yesterday, Lynn's on Facebook. There's a weird event. That never happens. Can you be sarcastic on Relaxation Day? Maybe not. Sorry about that. We saw that Sean and Sarah... See, I got away from the relaxing voice, too. Maybe I just need to... bring it back down again. Sean and Sarah were doing a Facebook Live broadcast yesterday, and guess what? 512 viewers watching. 512. 512. And at some point during the broadcast, they go, so what do we got, like 500 people watching? That's pretty good. Pretty good. I'm jumping out of my skin. Lynn and I are going, pretty good. Oh, that was so not relaxing, was it? I totally got unrelaxed there. Right after even playing a little bit. But yeah, 512 viewers. What are they doing right that I am totally not doing? It might be because they're helping people in a really positive way and changing their lives with their information. Whereas maybe I'm not. Has anyone's life changed as a result of the Bob Doyle Show? I guess that's what I need to know. I need to keep a running tally of the number of lives that have been changed by watching the Bob Doyle Show. How many are we up to so far? Do I need to set up a Facebook poll? Has your life been changed by the Bob Doyle Show? Yes, no. None of the above? What the heck are you even talking about? What's the Bob Doyle Show? Those would be my poll questions. What time of day was their broadcast? Well, that is a fair question. I think it was probably mid-afternoon. I have been wondering if noon on Friday is just a crapola time for this show, but I don't know when a good time is. You can't follow the rules of television broadcasting anymore. People don't, Except for the Olympics, right? Tonight there'll probably be some scheduled gathering, more than usual, but most people don't even do that anymore. They watch what they want to watch, when they want to watch it, where they want to watch it. So this scheduled live broadcast thing, it's tricky. Yes, I'm sure they do have a group on Facebook, but so do I. I have my, the Boundless Living broadcast I do every Wednesday. I'm lucky to get 30 people on there. Lucky. I still enjoy it. But man, if I look down and saw 512, I would send every single one of you a Hershey kiss. Okay? That is a promise I cannot keep. So please, I retract that statement. Melanie, you're in France, and you took the time to come to the Bob Doyle Show. I'm so touched that I'm writing this song for you. That went in a strange direction. All right. If you mean when. Yes, I know. You're right, Belinda. You're right. When I get 512. How about when I get 512 and go, where is everybody? How about that day? That's the one. Want to know something else about me? I can come on holiday with you, Melanie. Don't be such a tease. Oh, by the way, one of the things I meant to recommend at the beginning of this broadcast, since it's all about relaxing, I know I need different sounds, and I could do that, but then I'm going to be like, hold on, let me find a sound. I got to get more prepared. So sorry about that. But one of the things that, of course, can help relax anybody, and I know Dawn will agree, is having your pet with you. How many people, show of hands, consume the Bob Doyle Show with a pet, but nearby, within arm's reach, because you should? And I would, but my pet is sadly sitting by the front door because Lynn left this morning, and he's just sitting there like a sad sack waiting for her to come back, and I keep saying she's not going to be back till later tonight, dude. But he doesn't like to be called dude, so he ignores me like he doesn't understand me. Is that rude or what? So instead, I have surrogate Cody. Hi, Cody. Oh, Cody, stop. Oh, she's not while we're live. Oh, come on. Up my nose. Just trying to make it as realistic, true to life as possible. But yeah, of course, this is a pet-worthy and pet-friendly show. It's been scientifically proven that the vibrations emitted by my dulcet tones actually calm down animals of all kinds, especially dogs and people who like dogs. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm talking about. Yes, Loretta, I love it. 6 dogs, and I'll be. It's like I'm like the opener, the show opener for the opening ceremonies for the Olympics. A broadcast I will not watch. However, I have been asked and tasked, and I have already completed the task of setting up the DVR to record the opening ceremony so that Lynn can watch it later, and I know I'll be asked to, and I'll know. I see, lately she's been watching a lot of So You Think You Can Dance again, because now they've got a whole series with the kids. And hold on one sec. What were the numbers when you had a guest on versus without? It wasn't any different. I thought that when I interviewed Christy, she'd bring in a bunch of people. She put it in her newsletter. She did. She did exactly as I requested. Crickets. Not crickets, but, it wasn't any big influx of folks. So, I don't know. Watching the Olympics. Oh, yes. So You Think You Can Dance. And I used to watch So You Think You Can Dance with her before, and I liked it. And then they had a season that was kind of weird, and she didn't even like it that much. And now it's the kids, and I don't know, there's something that's bugging me about the kids part of it, even though I haven't sat down and watched it. The 2 times I did walk in the room, this one kid was getting his chops busted, and Lynn goes, it's not like that. You've only seen the one. You saw the 2 times that happened. Anyway, I don't know. I think it's all goes into the sports thing somehow. I don't like, and I also don't like That's the other thing. I don't like seeing people lose. So sports and Olympics especially, when it comes down to a person, there's winners and then everybody else, not so much of a winner. And so you think you can dance in American Idol and The Voice and all of those things that Lynn loves so much, I absolutely can't stand seeing the people get cut and go home and all that crap. I can't. It bums me out. So, yeah. And I'll tell you what else I don't like is the circus. Who else doesn't like the circus? Now, Loretta, I'm sure, will love the circus because so far she said the exact opposite of everything I've said. She likes iced coffee and she's watching the Olympics. But she does have 6 dogs and I am on board that train. Yeah, I can't stand seeing people get cut on those shows. So, and I could go down a whole long road as to why, but I won't. The circus. Yeah. So, you know why? It's not the clowns. Now, I'm no fan of clowns. People who know me know that. You may know that. So, and I just joined the ranks of 8 gazillion other people in the universe who are not real comfortable with the whole clown situation. But look, I was never traumatized by a clown. I never even watched that movie It, where they always show that clown in the sewer. So I don't have any scary, the movie Poltergeist had a clown doll under the bed that time. That was kind of, but I think I already had my clown thing by then. But it's not, you don't like the smell of the circus, I hear you there. But the circus, I'll tell you why I don't like the circus. And I'm going to say this, because Cirque du Soleil, right, that's like a whole different level. That's like advanced circus, where the people it's all about the people's unbelievably superhuman abilities. It's not taming a lion and that stuff. I don't think they do that, right? There's no lions in Cirque du Soleil. It's just people bending themselves in half and balancing up about 1.5 miles high. And that's what I can't handle. I can't handle the people high up on stuff with no safety net. Can't watch that at all. Last time I went to the circus, I was early teens, and it's the whole guy on the motorcycle on that big thing that goes around like this, and he's riding the motorcycle, and they always mess with your head. Whoa, I'm falling. Don't do that to me. Don't you know you'll traumatize me for life? Clearly did. And I'll never see the circus again. Haven't, won't. So you see, they shot themselves in the foot and lost $20 a shot for me for the rest of my life because they have to play those games and put the fear of death into a little kid's heart. What? Come on, circus. I want pillows on every stage at Cirque du Soleil. Big, comfy pillows. Then maybe I'll see it. If there's any possibility that anyone's going to fall down and get killed or some crap, I'm not going. Sorry. So I don't like that kind of stuff either. Don't like scary movies. I went from loving all of them, because you're a teenager. Friday the 13th, yeah, ooh, right? And then those types of slasher things, I quickly lost favor because those images get in my head. I can't get them out. Still got them in my life. I can't, right? No. But then I liked the scary movies, the ones that were just creepy and all that. But now not so much anymore of that either. But that's not across the board. If it's a really well done movie and it's creepy, okay. But if they're just doing it just to kind of give you nightmares, no, thank you. So I guess I must be getting a little older. That's what these gray hairs are trying to tell me. And they're so loud, and they always like to tell me at night, like at 2:15. They're like, psst, psst. And I go, oh, the gray hairs. Yes, we're gray, Yes, I know. There's more of us coming. Stop it. I'm trying to sleep. Well, I just need you to know. I don't know why they have that gruff voice. I guess because they're old, huh? I don't know. What did your gray hair sound like? Do they sound like that? Am I the only one? I just want to know, because, if I need to get that fixed, I will. Here's another fun fact about me, although not so fun, depending on who you ask. And this is a big reveal. I say no to just about everything before I say yes. In other words, my automatic reaction to just about everything, fun or not, is no. My brain immediately tries to try to find a way to not do that thing, even if it's something that I love, but particularly if it's been initiated by somebody else. Hey, Bob, you want to go do your favorite thing tomorrow at 5? No. And then I think it through for a second and go, well, yeah, sure, yes, of course I do. But I have an automatic no. Anybody else have an automatic no? I got to tell you, it's a wiring issue. It's a wiring issue, and it's not fun to live with that. Yeah, no scary nightmare movies. Come on. Don't we have enough nonsense going on in the world? Isn't there enough real life to be scared about? Am I right, ladies and gentlemen, or am I right? If you want to be scared, just look at the American political system. That's right, I did a political joke. That'll be the end of that. I don't know. Charlotte says, no, I don't. Oh, that probably means I do, but I don't remember my question. Oops. And you know what else? Oh. Automatic, no. See, this delay, it kills. It kills the humor sometimes, but I pieced it together again. That's right. I said automatic no. Any of you an automatic no? Charlotte says no. Guess that probably means I do. It was a humorous event. I missed it completely and now have dissected it, pulled it apart so much that it's meaningless. I apologize, Charlotte. Hopefully some of you are laughing in retrospect for Charlotte and her clever response to my weird question. That only she answered, by the way. What does that say about the rest of you? And when I say the rest of you, that means I say that not knowing how many the rest of you are because I refuse to look at the numbers anymore. Lynn and I were doing a broadcast, the Fun with Bob and Lynn show. In case you forgot, that's a thing. It's on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on the Facebook network. And yeah, we're trying to get that going. And why was I even talking about Fun with Bob and Lynn? See, I was looking at, it just doesn't take much to get derailed. I'm looking at my notes to see what might have brought up the Fun with Bob and Lynn thing. But it's gone. Gone. You saw it vaporized. It'd be interesting if they had the special cameras, that could see that kind of energy, where I could actually look at a playback of this video and see the energy of my thoughts just going, goodbye. Here I am, I'm coming, I've got a poof. I'm going to make it through, I'm going to get community. And don't look at the numbers anymore, thank you. Yeah, but Lynn looked at the numbers. We were doing the broadcast, and she said before we started, I'm not going to look at the numbers or comment on them at all. Because I realized that doesn't make any difference, that doesn't make any sense, and 30 minutes in or whatever, she's bummed about the numbers and she's talking about them while we're doing the show. Women, am I right, ladies? Just trying to get away with stuff here. There's no men today. Unless I missed one. I think there was one here before. That's okay. I guess if I start off saying, I don't like sports, I'm not really inviting the male population in, am I, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and ladies. Girls and girls. That's okay. Look, if I have an audience of 100% women, I got no problem with that. The live events would be a ton of fun. There'd probably be a lot of dancing. I wouldn't be participating. That's what we should do, a ladies-only Bob Doyle show tour. What do you think? Who's on board? Who's organizing the event in your city? Me gonna step up and do that? There's a lot of work to do to market this thing. First of all, I got to tell everybody what the hell you're talking about. Are you repurposing the Facebook Live vids? Repurposing? Well, here's what I'm trying to do, Dawn. I'm trying to find somebody to do that for me. Somebody who'll download and say, oh, here's a good segment. Click, put it up, promote the show during the course of the week. That's what I'm trying, because I am clear. Now, here I am singing the praises of this thing, and I've been fiddling with this one now 3 times. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm clear I'm not going to do it. I want to do a virtual reality one. I want somebody to go in and get all my segments of VR and then put them together in a Bob Doyle Does VR stuff so I can start promoting that to VR companies and developers. I'm not going to do it. It's not getting done. There was one guy. I had that radar going on. There was one guy. I don't know what that means. Lynn just updated her status. Oh, no. Could she already be? Oh, yeah. She's going live in about 10 minutes, and she's going to Facebook Live it. So I got this dilemma. And the dilemma is, and I thought about just ending my show at 12:45, just so I could say, and now I want you all to go see what Lynn is up to and watch her do her thing. Anybody interested in doing that? I think that'd be fun. Marion, I was just thinking about you today, and I can't give you a logical reason why, but you just popped into my head. I hope you're doing well. You look just happy as a clam. Marion and Charlotte, ladies and gentlemen, are both Boundless Living coaches, and they're both extraordinary people. Now, I don't know if Marion has a Bob Doyle Show coffee mug like Charlotte does, but I can tell you this in just 2 seconds. If you, the viewing public, go here to bobdoyleshow.com/store, look at what you can avail yourself of. Here's the mug in question. Isn't it spectacular? And did you know that you can get different color rims? I didn't even know that. But you can, somewhere down here. And of course you can get a beer stein and all those other things. And then you, too, can soon send a picture like Charlotte did that looks a little something like this. The only difference is it would be your face. That's ideally. Okay, what's going on? I'm clicking around too much. Hey, everybody just calm, everybody relax. Okay, that's what's being confusing. I have to switch back over here. There we all are. Why did you say no, Marion? Oh, because you don't have a mug. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe one day I'll have a Bob Doyle membership, right? So everybody has to pay per month, and then they get mugs and stuff like that. They get Bob Doyle swag, and behind. No, I'm not doing that. Don't worry. Not doing that. You'll also notice that I didn't share about the tweeting because last time I've got a problem with my program here that when I try to make my tweet feed live, the whole program hangs up and it threatens to cut off the broadcast. And I just can't. I can't risk that. All right, look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you 2 more things I don't like. And then I'm going to wrap this up by saying some things I do like, and we'll talk about them as we have been doing this entire show, which, yes, despite all appearances, this is and has been a show. 39 minutes in, we haven't done one interview or aptacular or any. We're not gonna, because today, all about relaxing. Boy, the clicky click. I have to be so gentle. I'm just letting the thing build in the background, because it does that. All right. I don't like being told what to do. I don't. And that goes right in with the automatic no. Just tell me what to do, and you will see my energy go. Unless I ask. If I say, I don't know what to do here, just tell me what to do. Then my vibration will go, yay, thank you for doing what I asked. But if someone comes up to me and says, here's what you should do, I go, oh, I'm totally not doing whatever you say right now. I think you should breathe in and out. Nope, not going to do it. Don't tell me what to do. I'm breathing in and in only all day. Because you're not the boss of me. Anybody else have that? I would bet you that there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there who have the whole I don't like to be told what to do thing happening. And one of the main reasons I'm an entrepreneur. So I don't like to be that, and I don't like to be told how to feel. Cheer up, Bob. You just made that twice as unlikely. Well, you don't have to feel that way about it. You could feel like this. Oh, well, I'm totally not doing it now because you told me to. Anybody else? Yes, Sarah, rebel. We get these rebellious spirits. What's that about? I don't particularly like being that way, by the way. I think it would be great if someone could just say, cheer up. If I was feeling a little out of sorts and someone said, cheer up, and that would just magically make me go, oh, yeah, I never even thought of that. I think that's part of it. It's like you feel insulted. It's like, you could choose to be this. You think I'm stupid, don't you? You think I'm stupid and don't know I could choose another. I don't know that I run the stupid thing. I don't know that I do that, but I don't like being told what to do. So, but here's what I do like, and this list could go on and on. I do like where I live. Marina del Rey is a beautiful, beautiful place, and I never thought in my whole life that I would end up in California. I love how you all are just chatting amongst yourself. I want you to do that. I'm not being sarcastic. I love, obviously, who I live here with. And I really like gelato and pizza and coffee. And when I say that, those aren't just like I'm just throwing out a few of my favorite things. Those are like among my very favorite things. When gelato came into my life, I was like, what? I've been eating ice cream like a fool? Why didn't someone tell me about this? Where have you been? Oh, the gallons of ice cream I ate when gelato was available. Oh, the wasted years. I'm exaggerating. I love ice cream too, but gelato beats it. But now Lynn and I have started making our own ice cream and gelato. That's right. I made my first batch of gelato this week. It was get this, you're not going to believe, you're going to say, what? And I'm going to say, oh yeah, don't knock it till you tried it. It may sound weird, but just try it. It's coffee, peanut butter cup, gelato, homemade by me. And I got a bunch of it in the freezer. And just the day before that, or 2 days, I made chocolate chip ice cream, which tastes better than anything you can buy in a store. And I'm not just saying that. Well, actually, I am. I just said it. Well, what are you going to do? Semantics, right? They get the best of you sometimes. Anyway, and pizza, of course. We all know I love pizza. Particularly, what kind of pizza, ladies and gentlemen? Does anybody know what the answer should be right now? And did anyone fill in my blank before? I'm going to have to go back and check. Of course, right now I don't even remember what the blank was, but I will upon watching the replay, which I may or may not do. I got to tell you, last week I was bummed after the show. I felt like it just tanked. I just felt yucky afterwards. I was like bummed for like 2 hours. Can you believe that? And then I think I watched a little of it and said, well, maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, I was just whacked. That's right, Sarah. You are so good. Screamin' Sicilian pizza. That's right. Now, look, I'll be honest. There's pizza I like much more than that. But you got to go to a restaurant to get it. Right. You tell you my favorite pizza is a stuffed crust Chicago-style pizza. You put a layer of dough on top of everything, and I am your best friend. When I went to school at the University of Georgia in Athens, Georgia, I'm stepping on Lynn's start time here. There was a place called Da Vinci's, and not only did they have stuffed pizza, which took 45 minutes, they had the best fried mushrooms I have ever had in my life. They would come to the table, big, juicy fried mushrooms with this Parmesan stuffed, I think they call it cheese, sprinkled on top. Oh my heavens. So I would always go when we get those mushrooms as appetizers and then wait 45 minutes for that pizza and drink a lot of cheap, terrible beer. And those were the salad days, my friends. And then one day I went to Athens to visit my daughter. and to take them to Da Vinci's for the best stuffed pizza and best fried mushrooms they will ever eat, and it was closed for good. Oh, that left a mark. Finally found another place in Atlanta that had a place, but you have to go downtown and get it. It was good. But yeah, stuffed pizza. I've never made one of those. I think I need to put that on my to-learn list. You don't like mushrooms, huh? Lynn does not like mushrooms either. She doesn't like mushrooms or eggs or spinach. So a spinach and mushroom omelet, worst Valentine's Day breakfast ever. And no, I didn't learn that by possible whatevers, because by possible whatevers, those aren't even words, Bob. What are you doing? This is a broadcast. I love wine, but I no longer drink it and haven't since January 2nd. But I still love what it is out there in that world. I miss the experiencing of, I don't miss drinking it per se. I guess I miss that enjoyment of when you get a really good, you get those first few sips of a really good glass of wine, you just go, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So I don't have that anymore, but luckily I do have Crystal Light tea and coffee. I never thought I'd be one of those people to say, I like wine, I just don't drink. I never thought in a million years that would ever happen, man. Evolution, I guess, right? 2016, the year of Bob. You know what else I really love? Yeah, wine and pizza, Charlotte. Look, wine, pizza, and then gelato, that is a thing that was a big part of my life. Until this year, but still doing the pizza and gelato thing. And now homemade gelato. And yes, I also we had a gluten-free barbecue chicken pizza that I made last week. Slow cooked the barbecue chicken all day. Sauteed gently, ever so gently, some red and green peppers and onions. We got this paleo crust recipe, so I just rolled that out. Mozzarella and some cheddar cheese and more barbecue sauce, a sweet and sticky kind, and oh baby, we were pleasantly surprised. Green chili pizza. Green chilies. I don't know. You know what I had the other day? I'm not lying. You can look this up. There's a restaurant here in Marina Del Rey called 26 Beach, and they are known for their rather unusual burger selection. And they have one called the OMG, which I've known about for as long as I've been in Marina Del Rey, and always looked at it and said, well, that's not going to happen. But then my daughter and her husband came and visited us about a month ago or whatever. We took him to 26 Beach, and he ordered the OMG burger. Now, I did not try it at that time, but he said it was good. Lynn took a bite and said, it works. And I'm like, okay, but here's the combo. Beef, obviously, a very good hamburger. Add to that peanut butter, jelly, bacon, and bananas. That's right. The OMG. And I gotta say, it works. I don't know how it does, but it does. It's the messiest thing. Your hands are covered with jelly. Everything you touch for the rest of the day has jelly on it. I can only eat like half of it, and that was real lot of work because it's so freaking rich. Peanut butter, jelly, bananas, bacon, a medium rare burger, and a big brioche bun. It's weird. That is, you are not lying. But if you go to 26 Beach restaurant and check out their menu, you'll see that it's not the weirdest of them all. Well, it might be, but they got a lot of weird. They got a sushi burger and other sorts of, just foods that you would not expect to eat on a burger. But the OMG was quite interesting, to be sure. You know what else I love? Here's a thing. If you're ever looking for something to be grateful for and you just can't find it, just go pick up a really good ballpoint pen and write with it. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, Lynn's live now. Guys, hold on a sec. I'm going to click this. And we're going to peek. We're going to peek. Let's see if we can see if I can get sound going here. Oh, come on. It's not working. It may not be working because I'm broadcasting. I hope that's all it is. Oh, no, my Adobe Flash plugin has crashed for some freaking reason. Let's see if I can... nope, not on this browser. Not on this browser. There's a way I can share the URL. That's you know what? Just facebook.com/ is it Lynn Rose Now or Lynn Rose Wow? Oh my gosh, I should know this, right? Well, anyway, she's live now. If you do a search for Lynn Rose, so let's end it. Let's do it. Hold on. You know what? I'm going to find this link. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the right boyfriend thing, and I'm going to share it with you. And that's how we're going to end this relaxing show. And I've still got all sorts of things that I love to talk, that I like, that I was going to talk about. But I think it's more important that we go support Lynn and watch her do her thing. So I'm going to try and figure that out right now. It says Lynn Rose is live now. Oh, wait. What's going on? Now I see it. Oh, she's getting introed. What's happening? Is it working now? Hold on. No, that one's not working. I'm going to find it for you. I'm going to show the video URL, copy it right here. And now I'm about to, where's my show? Oh, no, oh, I see, Charlotte got it. Thank you, Charlotte, you're awesome. I didn't see that you had done that. All right, now I've lost track of my show. There it is. All right, I have to, now I've got too many windows open. Oh, look, there she is. I wish I could share it with you, but I can't. Oh, it said live video interrupted. I think it's because I'm broadcasting. I don't know. It's not going to be proper. But anyway, Charlotte shared the link up there. I think I can do it too. Let's see. Yeah. Now, see, she'll be popped up there twice. So let's all, I'll tell you what. Let's all call it a day. Let's go watch Lynn do her thing. And then let's just have a really nice, relaxing weekend. And just make it special for everyone in and around us. I don't know how many people we have in us. And sorry that I was all over the map today. All over the map. I've been waiting this whole time to do that. Not really. I was going to do it earlier and I just forgot. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful whatever you want to have.